There is another one ahead of you.
None.
The loyal shall be rewarded.
Did the God King send ya? Did he send ya? As ready, God King. They came out of nowhere and killed us all. As ready. Rise me up. Rise me. I serve the God King. This ain't right.
My word. A god woken. I'm almost honored. There are very much so. Never knew what hit. I am a man with no name. They call me the Shadow Prince. But that is rather dramatic and, in fact, rather incorrect. For what I truly am is the House of Shadows itself. That is my role and my purpose. I see the great games in motion. Allow them their As such, I am here to cut short a very ancient evil indeed. and would welcome the aid of one as formidable as your divine self. You wouldn't believe how much life is sustained. Be that as it may, you like stories, do you? Once upon a time, the race of lizards was so much more than what we are now. No one remembers this, but the elves are our guild. As dragons, we almost wiped them from the face of the earth. We were stopped, and we were punished. I know not how, but there was a reason our dragon ancestors wanted to destroy the elves, for they too had a plot for world domination, at the expense of all other. The elven scions are the key. After their deaths, the powers and souls of scions linger on in the vast and ever-growing. We discovered that once the network will be large enough, dryads will sprout from these roots, equipped with the memories, experience, and enormous powers of generations of elves. A vast, invincible army that will obliterate everything in their path. It will be the end of all other races. I've been trying to stop them for years. Now I'm close to ending it all. For good.
He hands you a wooden box, its surface dull to the touch. A vague sickness overwhelms you. There's death fog inside.
The heart of the vile elven network is the Mother Tree. She is rooted on this island, and I believe she is aiming to extend her roots into the powers of Divinity. Place this box at the heart of the Mother Tree, and return to me when you've done so. I'll take care of the rest. Best of luck. Find the mother. Curse her very heart.
Good find.
find the mother, curse her very heart.
All that you desire. Life
The dreamer remains deep in his... Serve the god king. His price is blood. His price is chaos. Tear down this world and live in splendor in the world that follows. The Reaver gives one last wistful look to the goblet before letting it drop to his side.
No matter.
The God King demands blood, understand? If you can't deliver that, then you've no business eyeing my way.
You serve the God King now, so kill the Divine Order pig.
Something on your mind, darling?
Do what you must at this place, sorcerer. I don't want to linger a moment longer than necessary.
I'm afraid that exploring this island would only consume precious time that I need for my work. I shall be remaining here.
Whatever type of companion you need, I can provide. Expert warriors for hire, all seasoned in combat. They won't let you down.
Find the mother. Find the mother. Curse her very heart. Find the mother. Curse her very heart.
The air is thick with heavy flakes of ash. There is a blinding flash, and you are surrounded by flame. It licks your skin, enveloping you, but does not burn. Her eyes are mocking and angry, but you can see that her scales are starting to flake and fall.
Weakling! You have wasted my time by... My champion will ascend at the wellspring. No other can overcome trial by flame. There is no challenge, Godwoken. There is only flame.
The lizard slams her fist against her throne, sending embers flying. One of the stars above her ignites, wreathing itself in flame. The flames around you flare, and you're enveloped in an inferno. The fire rips through you, scorching. The vision fades, leaving only the blazing fire, a glowing sun emblem on the altar, and the echoing laugh.
Reading of the wonders of Solstice, it's clear where her people get their feelings of supremacy from.
I won't lie. All right.
He holds...
This is not quite the safest place I've ever been.
Find a way inside before it all goes up in smoke, and us with it.
Countless symbols cover the stone tablet's surface. Forging a riddle between several, you make out one ruined line. The champion must offer a burning stone to the dragon's mouth. The cultist was ordered to reach the Nameless Isle and pass the dragon's test. It required placing a fire rune on the proper altar. You place the offering deep inside the dragon's mouth. Something in the dark seizes, the grip tightens to sheer cold metal presses against you to soothe the ache. When you reach for it, your fingers catch on a pair of greaves. As you pull the armor free, the bitterness of betrayal cuts through you. Ash clouds the room, hot as a forge. You stand high on a black cliff housing Solstice's temple. Other lizards scream, declaring you a blasphemer.
I see you. And inside you is the strength I've been looking for. Patience. You must find the temple where the Devourer's loyal servant was abandoned. I will draw strength from there to speak.
The vision fades. The cave's sharp chill returns, and with it, a lizard stares at you with open delight.
I welcome you, honored one. Be at peace. Do not hesitate. The ritual is prepared for you at the proper place. My master awaits. It is where the world changed. The Devourer joined the master at the temple of the false goddess, Solstice. We cannot leave him with... The lizard grew quickly, honored one. Above the river, the master of us all. We serve, join the master at the temple of the
The spirit before you drips sauce from his raggedly slit throat. Realizing that you can...
Ah, God-woken. You know how you relive bad exams in your nightmares? Good news, you get to relive them in death, too.
He rolls his neck, sauce gurgling and spouting from the deep gash. He laughs.
As I was facing the trials, I was killed by another God-woken hope. I just can't stop thinking about it. Anan Fallon Reveil. Anan Fallon Reveil. What?
His face lights up.
That's it.
He begins to fade from view, but as he disintegrates, he traces an esoteric sigil in the air between...
Sooner he slings, eyes shut.
You there! Prithee, goodly traveler, might I prevail upon you to answer a question? No place is safe while she lives. You see, I am on a mission most grave. I seek a sorcerer most foul, most reviled.
His pincers scissor wildly.
Scepter the Ineffable! Have you heard tell of this wicked beast on your travels? Why, I shall slay her with a single thrust of my sword-like claw. For mine is an ancient and noble order, bent on destroying that which would destroy. Scepter is a sorcerer, and I am a source hunter. Dead? Incredible! You met Scepter with naught but your fleshly carapace. Your powers must be many. You are a model of your kind, and even more. Take this, a carapace of your own, to protect you from dangers great and small.
He reaches out and tentatively pokes...
Use it well, and my thanks to you, good night. Imperio up...
lizard grins wide, unable to contain his excitement.
Quickly, Honored One! Above the river of lava, a temple awaits your indulgence. It is where the world changed. The Devourer opened our eyes. Join the Master at the temple of the false goddess, Zolst.
What's this? I found something. Lucky find.
The ancient temple of Solstice crowns a fragment of memory. Followers of the false, you preached the Devourer's blessings. He would bring them to greatness. Searing pain. A stone hits your shoulder. A sharp crack. Another glances off your skull.
Ah, the fanatical soul. Hunted by Solstice's followers, he fled back to the Outlaw Empress with the Devourer's words on his lips.
Clouds of ash batter you, and flames lap at your feet, but you stand strong. It's all a trick of the mind.
What point is there in resisting the truth? The Devourer's legacy is your fate. Turn away, and I now go to the greatest mortal city. The loved one hides in an enclave of the lizards. The other is locked away by a man named Kem.
The vision fades, but your sense of unease does not. Something watches you, cold as death. A lizard spirit bows deep before you. His torn garb
May the Devourer bless your endeavors, champion of the dragon. A champion is true power unshackled. I am here to serve said power, as I served the first champion, the Outlaw Empress. Her legacy was recovering the Devourer's sacred bones. The spirits bound to each piece shall shepherd your ascension. Restore it by devouring our souls, and you will be unmatched. Only the weak fear such a glorious destiny. The champion surpasses all weakness, for they are blessed by the dragon. For years I was foolish. I served Solstice, but she was a silent deceiver. Until I met the Empress saw I was truly faithful, but preaching a false prophet. She led me to the Devourer is true divinity. He always listens, always guides, and yet the enemies of the Devourer are many. When I spoke the truth, we were forced into hiding, awaiting his rebirth. Yes, I know that hunger in your eyes. Don't hesitate, champion. This was meant to be. My destiny is finally fulfilled. Feast upon every soul.
going to take a look at what I've been working on. Go on.
I'm no Godwoken. I have no place on the Nameless Isle. All I can do is urge you to contemplate with the greatest of care every move you make.
Something on your mind, darling?
The troll leans in and glares at you with beady little eyes. His breath is like a butcher's offal bucket. Left...
No cave for you.
The troll crosses his arms across his...
I get sack of meat every day to watch cave. Not answer questions about cave. Island keeps me strong, stronger than other trolls. I tell you this already. I guard cave for sack of meat. Every day, a new sack filled with tasty chunks.
The troll grimaces and spit.
No cave for you.
The troll cracks the knuckles.
No cave for you. I tell you this before, huh?
The spirit of the troll stands before you. He attempts to pick up a nearby rock and frowns with...
An empty cave with a bare altar. Strange.
The altar before you seems relatively bare. There is no inscription to a god, and all you can see is a smear of blood on its surface, and a hollow that seems to call for something. You feel an invisible hand grab you by the throat. Cold, unseen lips. You can't make out any words, but you understand what you're hearing. Whispered tears, screams in the dark. Blood, pain, blood, blood. The hand releases you. The altar before you, all you can see is a smear of blood. You feel you can't... The hand releases... The altar before you seems all you feel you can't. The hand. The altar before you seems all you can see. You feel and you can't make out. The hand releases you, and you stagger back, gasping. The altar watches you silently. It's waiting. The altar before The altar before you seems all you can't. The hand released. The altar before you seems relatively bare. There is no all you can see is a smear of... You feel you can't make... The hand releases you, and you stagger back, gasping. The altar watches you silently. It's waiting. The altar before you seems all you can see is a smear of blood on its surface. You feel you can't. The hand. You wonder if this is what you think it is, an imp-built pocket realm. Within the Crimson Crystal, a galaxy of stars seems to twinkle, and beyond the stars swirl and move.
Looky, looky, looky here! What's red and black and blue all over? Oh, righty, right.
The face dissolves, and the stars begin to swirl. And so too does your head.
Within a single gem.
Incredible.
The machine is manipulating time itself. I'm in a...
Love is not the answer. From the size and shape of the spirit, you deduce that this is, or was, an imp. From its expression, you deduce that it's not very happy. You are Marasaken, the engineer. You keep the machine running and focused on its primary task. Just as your ancestors did, you await the answer to the great question, but the machine only knows what the universe is not. It searches for the right answer by eliminating the wrong ones. You expect the process to be complete soon. Any millennium, but recently, you've been getting the impression that the machine, well, it just doesn't trust you. You are Marasaken, the engineer. After long years of quiet work, the gem falls into the jaws of two great black ring wargs, who treat it as a toy. The machine suspects you of sabotage and responds in you flee to the one place where you know you will be safe from the death fog and the rock fire. But before you can plan your rush to the core, where you'll apply the failsafe, a falling object hits you on the head. In a flash, you are dead, but still your objective burns in your mind. Get to the great ball of light at the core of the machine and turn off its defense. Order is not the answer. An acorn is not. A dream is not the answer.
I should neutralize this thing before it does damage. I should neutralize this thing before it does damage.
Hostile threat detected. Executing operator extirpation in 2. Extirpation aborted. Returning to primary task. On touching the glowing ball of light, text appears before your eyes. Threat de-escalated. Returning to primary task. Answer search running. What is the universe? Answer not yet found. Search incomplete. Estimated search time 358,910,220. Estimated search time 358,910,002. Abnormal seismic activity threatened primary task operations. Operator sabotage suspected. To protect core functionality and data retention, operator submitted override string. Large quadrupeds are playing with the framing device. The likelihood of quadrupeds having the capacity of play was calculated at 1 in 2. The likelihood of an operator lying about quadrupeds shaking the framing device was also calculated at 1 in 2. Operator's manner and language indicated hostility to the machine. Operator was identified as most likely primary threat. Extirpation was deemed the safest. Threat de-escalated, returning to Divinity is... On touching the glowing threat, de-escalated. What is the answer as abnormals operate the op threat? You reach out to touch the altar. Its cold surface a curious foil to the thrumming and clanging metal that surrounds you. Your vision clouds, your head swims, and when the fog clears, you are still standing in the Imp Temple. There's a cough behind you. Turning, you see Zanteza. Not some allegorical figure, not some awe-inspiring god, just her.
Moon!
There is a sigh. She rubs...
Scholars. Always thinking too much and knowing too little. But perhaps you're not a...
She leans in.
I have a proposition for you. I'll reveal if I'm telling the truth, but only if you disown your god.
Deep within, you can feel your god stirring, hissing like a snake.
Oh, make no mistake. I'm not asking you to support me at the wellspring. Just not to be beholden to her. To think for yourself. To make choices that you think are right. Not what some half-dead god demands. Damned if I know. But that's the situation. You can walk away with my word, or reject your god and be sure.
The imp god rolls her eyes, throwing you an exaggerated bow before she fades to nothing. reach out to touch the altar. It's the altar's...
Nope. Your barnacle is stuck there. But you have the... I know what your god has asked you to do. That if I know. But that's the situation. You can walk away with my word, or...
The anger that you felt just a moment ago, the unchained rage of your god, turns to ice in your bones. You can feel the quiet inner voice that you have almost gotten used to is silenced. And you feel your god withdrawing, retreating, locking itself away. Her form melts away to smoke, leaving nothing but a platform bathed in light from a huge, bright moon. You reach out to touch the altar.
Nope. I know what your god is... Dad, if I know. But that's the situation.
The anger, the quiet, her form. Text appears. Answer not yet. Text appears, but answer not yet found. A chicken is not the... Blocked.
Interesting. May still be in working order. Won't budge. Interesting. May still be in working order. Hold up.
I won't lie. All right.
Explain yourself!
Business. The elf's deep golden eyes go wide with recognition. A strange smile dances across his mouth, and he starts to roar with laughter.
The gods chose you as their champion. Some bones past their Run home, little godworker. You find only death here. You speak loudly, young godworker, but you are not worthy of this temple. Run back to your heart. Cower there while death searches for you.
The laughter dies from the elf's eyes, replaced with weary.
Good. It is proper that the Godwoken should not be so easily put. You may proceed. Not from me, at least. The island is not overrun. The other gods were clearly not as powerful as Turson. In his fortress, the Black Ring do not succeed. But they do not fail. Now, knights and Godwoken both cower behind monsters, tied to sticks. Yes, he resides here for a time. He and his troop commandeered the top level of my tea is not the Godwoken I expect. Few ferocious warriors bring an army. Or shrieking monsters tied to posts.
The elf raises a bushy eyebrow.
One demands from one's lessers. I am your equal. Once, I stand where you stand. My gods chose. The trials do not kill me, but neither do I triumph. Another becomes divine, and I remain here to serve Turson Delius and protect his chosen. It is not the place of a knight to reveal. We walked your path once. You must discover it. Turn to the gods. Rallic ever watch your... The sooner I find my... He slings eyes...
The bear gives you a serious look. She opens her mouth wide, her great fangs on display.
Can I ask you a philosophical question? Okay then, if a tree falls in a forest and the whole place is covered in death fog, does anyone care? Does anyone hear what?
With ease, sister, with safety.
I don't know. The death fog covered the forest and everybody died. Didn't even have time to scream. Tree falls then. I don't care if anyone heard it happen. I want to know if anyone cares.
She gives you a long, wet-eyed look. Her lip begins to tremble, which on a bear is an impressive sight.
I thought no one cared. I thought no one cared but elves and bears. This gives me hope, this does. Lots of hope. Oh, thank you.
Hear my prayer.
Save your children.
With a sigh, she
The others seem to have made this place into a stronghold. This is where we part ways, I think. Thank you. I'll make sure that Pierce's sacrifice is recorded. He won't be forgotten. Until next time.
Be at ease, sister. We're safe now.
Almighty Duna, hear my prayer. Save your children.
Useless. Be at ease, sister. We're safe now.
Almighty Duna, hear my prayer. Save your children.
Useless.
Speak, Godwoken, but be sharp. Time passes quickly. I am a knight of Tersan Delius, one of the last living knights on this. Once I could stand with you, my god's chosen champion. I do not ascend, but nor do I die in the trials. So I dedicate my life to Tersan Delius and protect the Godwoken that come here. That is not for a knight to say. Only the gods, he and they are doing.
The priestess is oblivious to you.
Almighty
The elven priest.
Tell us what to do. Be at ease, sister. We're safe now.
Ho there, hopeful. I belong to Tirsan Dilius. To whom are you sworn?
Useless. Be at ease, sister. We're safe now.
Almighty Duga, hear my prayer. Save your children.
Useless.
I prayed to the altars of all 7 gods, all across the island, and pledged my allegiance. You must be ruthless, where I was not. That I do not know. I prayed at each altar, heard nothing but Tyrsendilius' voice in the whispers of the trees. I prayed to the altars of all 7 gods, all across the island, and pledged my allegiance. You must be ruthless, where I was not. If it may help you, I wish you well.
Have you been to the temple of Zolstissa? Is the King's Knight safe? Is Zolstissa's chosen champion safe?
Be at ease, sister. We're safe now.
Hear my prayer. Save your children.
Useless.
Ho there, hopeful. I belong to Tyrsendilius. To whom are you sworn?
The priestess cowers.
Almighty.
The priestess cow.
Ho there, hopeful. I belong to Tyrsendilius.
Almighty.
Have you been to the temple of Zolstissa? Is the King's Knight safe? Is Zor Stissa's chosen champion safe?
I'm afraid that exploring this island would only consume precious time that I need for my work. I shall be remaining here.
Tread carefully, my dear. Those are black ring banners that I spy on the shore. Something on your mind, darling?
Have you been to the temple of Zor Stissa? Good news, at least for now.
He lowers his head.
Almighty Duna, save... Almighty Duna, save your children. Deliver us from the void. Almighty Duna, save your children.
A customer. Perhaps you'd like to trade. Find something.
His lascivious eyes.
Vulnerable flesh. A distant place called Nemesis. I couldn't resist the lure of this world.
make trade.
The creature runs a black tongue across its maw.
A distant hunger.
Eyes closed.
I am the last of my hide, my stripe, my streak. All of us but I fell dead in the mist when the true
She cocks her head to listen.
If the covenant be in good faith, O black-winged god, and all the forest tigers shall return, then I shall accept your...
She opens her eyes and turns to you.
Or what? Shall you kill me with your fog of death like you did my cousins? This is our only chance to live.
She closes her eyes, a low growl. She stares
with the heat.
She closes.
They all.
She stares directly at you.
With the heat.
Glory is mine! Glory is mine!
The ghostly tiger bears.
When the God King brings the forest tigers back, and we rise for you, there shall be no return. I am the last of my hide, my stripe, my streak. You cannot take...
She shall...
I am at the ready.
The leaves of the altar rustle, a gentle murmur on the breeze. You lean in, a sweet smell wafting around you, the smell of fresh wood, of blooming flowers. The scent fills your mind and your vision starts to swim. You blink and find yourself standing in a dark glade.
God woke.
You turn towards the voice and see the broken body of a fawn. A raven is perched upon its head, pecking at the gory hollow that... You're about to turn away when the body twitches.
God.
The raven turns its gore-streaked beak towards you. Its eyes are a deep bloody red. God woken. It croaks as it takes to the air. The fawn's breathing is shallow and
I need to heal. Please. If we are to make it to the Well of Ascension, I need your life's energy.
The deer's head lurches forward, clamping its mouth over your arm. You can feel half of your vitality slowly drain away. You pull your arm back, breaking the connection, and see that the deer has grown too long in sizes. It gets to its feet, kicks something towards you, and stalks away. You pick up its gift, a round white stone, and are getting ready to leave when you feel a cold, heavy thump on your shoulder. You look up into the fierce red... I see you, Godwoken, it croaks. The blood-flecked beak lunges at you, hammering at the empty socket where your eye once was. You stumble back in a blind panic. As you calm yourself, you notice the altar is changed with a crescent moon hacked into the wood. As you leave, you can't shake the dull, thudding ache in your eye. The altar sits...
We're safe now.
What am I doing? Tell us, Bray.
I am at the ready.
Magister, slowing.
The elf prays hard.
Soon, Tierce Delius will give us the power to smash the ring and all our enemies. Your own god has left you. I see it in your face. Your faith is gone.
He closes his eyes once. He prays on, his eyes still.
Godwoken, the Mother Tree calls you. Follow the spirit. Climb to the heart of the tree. The Mother awaits. The Mother Tree calls you, Godwoken. The Mother Tree calls...
No matter the cost.
I am at the ready.
I will have your head, Seeker.
Be at ease, Magister Rowe. Weapons down. Gareth, I have done you a grave injustice. I was deceived, and I was too weak, too naive to see it.
Alexander holds his hands outwards towards Gareth, his blade resting flat across his palms, a gesture of goodwill and peace. Whatever Alexander's reply might have been, it is drowned by Gareth's alarming chuckle.
Godwoken, have you come to witness the death of the noble coward? How fortunate this slug defends his own cruelty on the basis of ignorance. He expects me to forgive him for everything he's taken from me. Every fallen seeker, every friend, every slain Godwoken. My own parents. He says this to me while their flesh still... I've forgotten nothing. Alexander, you are the sinner, yet the gods have allowed us to suffer for it. Kill you 100 times over if given the chance.
Gareth looks to you, then to Alexander. He digs his teeth into his lower lip until blood seeps out from the tender skin. The silence...
You are not Damien. You are not Damien. Damien, my sins have been as great as yours, Alexander. I've just been too blind to see them. You could forgive Alexander when I could not, Godwoken. I hope you show me the same kindness. I will meet you aboard the Lady Vengeance.
When first I saw you pass the Shriekers, colleagues, magisters from Driftwood, loyal to their bishop, Stanley, maybe, Bran, for sure. I was hoping Harrick would come along too. I'm very fond of her, I am, that Harrick. By who?
This terrible, ungodly world.
He spits over the parapet, shakes...
Keep your hands where I can see him. Bishop Alexander's our responsibility.
She gives you a cool and steady look. She looks to Alexander. With a slow nod,
I followed Alexander. My loyalty is to him. More of us should be by his side. But not all would leave their post. Do you have news of Thom? Who was lost?
She listens quietly as you recite the list. Falchard.
Lord Godfrey was my friend. Many have been lost, and many more shall be lost.
Tears rise at the corner.
That seeker was out for my blood. You have most impressive skills of persuasion, sorcerer. No, quite the opposite, in fact. I am more alive than ever. I walk in my father's footsteps, and soon I shall become the divine. I was born for this duty. As long as he lived, my father groomed me to take his place, and make no mistake. Divinity is a duty, not a reward. Others may be able to claim the mantle, but only I can shoulder the burden, the responsibility. Or what? But you are desperate. That much is clear. Make yourself of use to me, and I shall help you unlock the council. You must strike down the one who leads the Black Ring on this island. He's known as the Sallow Man. My father faced him in battle during the Great War. He's a wicked creature.
Alexander produces an old cowl and mutters an incantation. The cloth glows a cool blue for a moment before settling back. He hands the cowl over to you.
My father concocted this charm so that he could face the Sallow Man in battle. The cowl has now been laced with its essence. Wear it, and he will be forced to reveal himself. Succeed, and perhaps you can join me inside the council. There we can see who shall be the...
You're thinking the same thing. Alexander wants to be the new divine.
Didn't that guy pretty much invent Fort Joy? Imagine him as the divine.
Bring me proof that the Sallow Man is dead. God won't. She had her accomplice, Friedemann, pose as someone who could train me how to master my God-woken powers. But it was a lie. They sought to hinder, not help. While I was being occupied by Friedemann, Dallas began... I confronted them once I returned from the Hall of Echoes, and the pair of them tried to kill me. They must be Black Ring. They won't succeed, though. I know what needs to be done, and I have good, loyal Magister and Paladin companions to help me see that it is done. Another such as you? You mustn't even know how to enter the council. Only I have the will! Bring me proof that the Sallow Man...
The mother tree calls...
The spirit of a hulking black ring warrior lurches right towards you, brandishing a spectral great axe. The warrior charges right through you, like a passing shudder. Just as he emerges from your back, you hear an echoing The warrior drops to his knees behind you, a smouldering hole torn right through his torso. He pitches forward onto his... The spirit of a black...
Please, my king, raise me again. The shriekers are so close, I didn't have time to flee. I'll be swift the next...
The spirit looks down to see you for the first and last.
The temple must hold. The temple must hold. The temple must hold. We held them off. We held them off.
They took the realm.
An empty pedestal stands before you.
lucky find.
Almighty dealer.
Good find.
Some respect.